Today was a good day.
Hey everybody, Brian Beecham. I'm back just in time for the holidays. I figured we're getting into November. It's probably about time for me to train you guys up so you're ready for Thanksgiving. So for the next few weeks, what I'm going to do is a bit of a series for different components of Thanksgiving dinner. And tonight, what I'm going to do is a stuffing, kind of a kicked up stuffing for you though, a real Cajun inspired dish. We're going to do a shrimp and andouille stuffing. So what I've got going here is this is just 6 ounces of andouille sausage that's diced up, melting down in that butter. As soon as that butter is melted down all the way, we're going to go into it with our vegetables. Classic Cajun Trinity here. You have bell pepper, celery, I've got some sweet onion, and then for a little bit of spice, I'm throwing cayenne pepper into the mix. Okay, one thing you'll see classically in Cajun dishes a lot is a spice called filet that's made from ground sassafras, which is the same spice that they used to make root beer. I couldn't find it today, so what I'm going to use is a fennel bulb instead because they have a very similar flavor profile. So to process this fennel bulb, I'm going to use a little bit of it here. Set all that off to the side. What you want to watch out for with fennel is this little bit right there, really hard to eat, so go ahead and cut that out. Okay. And I'm really not going to use a lot of this. It's a very, very aggressive flavor, so you don't want to go too heavy on it. You could use fennel seeds as well if you'd like. And actually, if you look over here real quick, we've got the cornbread mix ready to go. This is just a store-bought cornbread stuffing. This is seasoned with a couple tablespoons of herbes de Provence, a little bit of salt and pepper. And the herbes de Provence, if you haven't seen me use it before in the past, it's just a really nice blend of things like thyme, marjoram, basil, lots of good stuff in there. And I think this mix actually has fennel seed in it, so it should go very well with the rest of this. Okay. So we're going to throw that right down into that mix. And what I'm going to do now is just really let this just saute and simmer down a bit. A lot of times the start for a Cajun or Creole dish is a brown roux, which has this really nice nutty flavor to it, which is why I'm using butter. So I want to let all this get really like nice dark brown color. So I'm going to let that happen and we'll come back with the next step in just a sec. It's been probably about 5 minutes or so. You can see the vegetables are starting to get a little bit of a brown on them. What I'm going to do at this point is add some minced garlic to it. Probably a good 6 cloves of garlic there. You don't want to add the garlic too early because if it burns, it's just a really kind of nasty flavor. You want your guests to make it through the whole meal. You don't want to get scared on the first bite of stuffing. Alright, so then you see I have these 2 bay leaves over here. Those are going to go down in the pan. You're not going to get much flavor from the bay leaves just sauteing them like that, but what I'm going to do now is deglaze this pan with some white wine. And what that wine's going to do now is extract the flavor from the bay leaves and all that garlic that I just added. And it's also going to help add a little bit of moisture to our dressing. So while that wine's sort of bubbling up, you want to be running across the pan with your spoon, just sort of scraping everything that's stuck to the bottom of it. It's really got a lot of flavor there. Okay. Alright. Alright. So that looks pretty good. What you want to do now is dump all this mix into your pan over here. It's gonna work out. Okay. I'm gonna need 2 spoons for this now. Unless you've got those asbestos hands that you can touch lava hot food with. Okay, so now you're just gonna kind of toss it all together until it's evenly distributed. Just like that. Okay, so at this point what you want to do is put your shrimp in there. You'll see here, this is a pound of Gulf shrimp. They've been peeled and deveined and then just cut up into these little pieces here. The idea with the size of this cut here is that you want basically 1 piece of the shrimp on every bite. You don't want someone to have to cut up a piece of shrimp while they're trying to eat this. So what you're going to do is just kind of throw it in there. Sorry. And it should be cooled off enough now. You can just kind of toss that shrimp into the mix. Just like that. Okay. Alright. Give my hands a quick wash. Okay. So all we do at this point is add our stock. Stock. This is just a store-bought stock. I'm probably going to show you how to make some stock in the next week or so. For tonight, this will work. With the stock, you really want to add enough to sort of cover everything. Just like that. Missed a couple pieces of shrimp there. Okay, so at this point this is ready to go in the oven. I've got the oven set to 350 degrees, so we'll put that in there, let it finish up. Shouldn't take too long. You really just want to make sure you give it enough time for that shrimp to cook through and that stuffing to absorb all that liquid. So I'll show you when it's done. See you in a bit. No. Alright, so it's been about 30-35 minutes. We've had the stuffing in the oven about 350 degrees. This is what it's going to look like when it's finished. You're going to want the top to be nice and crispy, a little bit brown on top. You want the stuffing to absorb a lot of that stock and that other cooking liquid that was in there. And you can see this is a really nice moist stock. It's not super dry like Grandma used to make. So that's how it's going to look. All I've done with this, just a little bit of salt and pepper over the top, just for a little extra seasoning, and there you have it. Nice bits of shrimp, andouille sausage, peppers, onions. That is a beautiful thing. Enjoy. We'll see you next time.